Hello, welcome back to another week here at Heroes and Hooligans with our Gilded Destinies campaign here on episode 5. We have with us today Jolly Porter, Reznor, Kokola Kundarak, Jillian, and Zenlin. Ready for... Alright, when we last left off, we were in a tavern in the city of Zilspar, and we'll go ahead and let Jolly here remind us of how we got there.
So we finally left Sharn. We had first night on the trail. Everything was smooth. Mostly followed the road east, and I believe on day 2 we came across a hill, and that hill is going to need to be tunneled. You know, when you're building a lightning rail, it's all about grade, and you want as few curves as possible. You want as even a grade as possible. So I think we're going to have to hire a crew. So we marked that hill for later to build that tunnel. But we came across a Quaggoth burning bear ritual. Quaggoth are horrible creatures from the Underdark, and they only, we are certain of this, come to the surface for one reason. That is to hunt and murder and destroy a town. In the village of Zilspar, the only town nearby. So, did we save the village? I think it's pretty clear. I'll let you decide, but I think it's pretty clear. And once we save that village by ending the Quaggoth's time on the surface, we went into town. We got there in the middle of the night, got to the inn. Martha, the innkeeper, was not in the mood to give us good customer service, I would say. In my opinion, not great customer service. But we did get into our room, started to settle in, and in that room was Raj, the magic user, and a couple of henchmen. So we had an interesting exchange, a little bit of tension, a little bit of, let's say, magic user to magic user sort of banter, perhaps. And then we rested for the night. I think that's it.
Chip, you're muted, buddy. I can see your mouth moving, but you're muted.
That's just about everything that happened last session. And we come back to an early morning here in Zilspar, as you all awaken up in the common sleeping room on the second floor of the inn. It seems the other groups have already moved and gone downstairs by the time you're all rested. Some of you are resting a little quicker than others and having a chance to maybe get some one-on-one time with those other groups if you want, but it seems everyone else clears out earlier than your group. We can go ahead and add you to the inn up here in the northern center area of the map. So as you wake up, what's everyone's plans for the day? I know you had a couple of different ideas about what to do here in Zilspar.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to Martha. I assume breakfast is included. Martha? The Martha of Zilspar?
Yeah, you see Martha standing by the... Yeah, you see Martha standing right there by the bar of the inn, with her partner, husband, something, Harold standing next to her. You heard Harold last night, but didn't see him.
Yes. I let's see. walk down. Oh, that was a good night of sleep. Martha, you have a nice place. Harold, I've heard such great things about you, Harold. This is fantastic. What a town you have here. It's quiet, not quiet for long, but it's quiet. It's beautiful. I love it. The crops. It's a great place you have here.
Harold looks over at you with a beaming smile splitting his face. Thank you. I'm quite fond of Zilspar myself. Lived here for near 50 years.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So you've
We've
seen
really seen the town grow and change around us.
it is gonna grow. It is gonna grow, Harold. What we're really thinking this could be like a hub location, hub spot. We'd like to put a depot in here when the lightning rail comes. Are there any of these buildings that are for sale, or would construction
The
of a new
lightning, the
building?
lightning rail's going to come.
It is. It is. Yes. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great. You might get rich. I don't know.
As far as empty buildings go, we don't have much in the way of spare space around here. We try to make good use of it, but I think there's a house that actually, there's a house in the northeast of the village that doesn't have anyone living in it right now. A bit small, might not make a full depot, but you could talk to the counselor about it.
That would be great. That would be great. Maybe there's enough room on the property. Maybe we could build something out, an addition, perhaps a little cafe, perhaps. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's something we haven't had around here before. You can't say Martha and I would be too thrilled about the idea of another restaurant coming into the place.
That makes sense.
Competition's good, I suppose.
Yeah. Maybe a general store. Do you have one of those in town?
We've got some people who sell some, general goods and all that. We're a pretty small village, We, despite being on the Orient Trade Road, we don't get a lot of stop by. We're not a border town. We're close enough that it makes for a bit of difficulty. And, not a great amount of here for us to really build up the trade.
Yeah, big things coming. Big things, Harold.
No,
it's gonna be great.
We're mostly a farming town here.
Yeah, you're gonna have
looking forward to seeing what you can make happen.
Yeah, that councilman nearby.
Do you need directions to the councilors?
Yes, and a name would be great. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, when you exit the rest, just walk straight forward, turn to your right, and it'll be that first house you see there. It's sort of L-shaped. And yes, the councilman should be home at this hour. And it'll be Councilor Thanek Brightleaf.
Thanek Brightleaf. Is that right?
But can we get some breakfast first? Yes, Brightleaf.
Oh, yeah. Brightleaf, yes. Oh, yes, breakfast would be amazing. Yes, please. The full dwarven if you have it.
full dwarven. We could probably whip that up, yeah. Well, go ahead and grab a seat at the table over there. Looks like there's still one empty, yeah. And we'll have that right out for you. And he walks off into the back to begin preparing your breakfast.
I'm gonna walk to the house and invite
Martha's
Counselor
standing
Bright.
there. She's been polishing the. Martha's standing there. She's been polishing the same mug with the same vaguely grimy rag. For probably about, honestly, probably your entire conversation.
Wow. I'm gonna run over to the house and invite Counselor Brightleaf to have breakfast with us and talk. Councilmen love having breakfast meetings at diners. It's a thing. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, sort of up to you guys what you do from here. You're able to see, like I said, Martha standing at the bar there. The three others that you met last night are sitting at a table and seem to be enjoying a bit of breakfast of their own. And you are definitely able to go walk over and try to invite the counselor to breakfast as well if you want. So who is going where and doing what?
I'm going
going anywhere. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say the same thing. I'm going to keep my negative charisma having ass at the inn where I belong while Jolly does jolly things. That's what I'm going to do.
Zen has charisma, but it's the wrong kind, and he's gonna keep his cowl or hood up and just sit at a table waiting for breakfast, trying not to be seen as much as possible.
Yeah, drow doing drow
cool.
things.
Just give me give me a little stealth check.
Oh, okay. He wasn't stealthing, but yeah. So yeah, he's sitting at a table. He thought he picked one in the corner, but it's like right underneath a light or a fan or something.
Yeah, you go to pick a table in the corner in the fan, or like in the corner in the shadows, and then you realize there's only two tables in here, really. There's the bar, two tables, and one of the tables is occupied. It's a pretty small inn. It doesn't look like it sees regular business. But yeah.
I don't like the way this is
Cola,
situated.
you said you're sticking behind as well?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Reznor, what's your plan?
Reznor is just gonna probably stay behind too. He'll kind of walk up to where Zenlin's sitting, sit next to him, clap him on the back. How'd you sleep?
I can't complain. It was a night. Do all of your towns up here have these inns and taverns?
Most of them, at least the ones I've been to. I tend to stick a little more to the wild than the towns, but
oh, you love it where I'm from. It's all wild.
So, yep, Reznor will just stick with Zenlin.
And Jillian, what's your plan?
Jillian's she's gonna go out and get some breakfast in the other room. And when she enters, if she sees, Coca-Cola and those guys, she's gonna go sit with them.
Yeah, definitely. And then Jolly, you are heading off to go find the counselor and possibly bring him back for a nice morning meal.
That's right.
All right.
If
So the four of
no-
you sit down at your table.
if nobody's going to go with Jolly, I
Go
don't
ahead,
want him to
Hulu.
have to go by himself. So Coca-Cola will go.
Yeah. Yeah, Coca-Cola, you notice everyone sits down at the table and Jolly is getting ready to step out the door by himself. You can definitely hop up and tag along.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do then.
All right. So the three of you sit down. It's still early morning yet. Your two friends have just left to go and try to meet with the counselor. And you see the other party sitting in the corner here. And they seem to be chattering amongst themselves, mostly idle small talk. You can definitely try to listen in if you want, or you can address them, whatever you'd like to do. Or you can just chill and wait for your food.
Rezor's gonna chill. He doesn't really mind him.
I think Zenlin's on a little more of a middle ground. Like, he's mostly waiting for food, but he's definitely also paying attention to what's going on and being said around him as well.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and give me perception or insight, whether you think you're trying to pick up on what they're saying specifically, or just kind of trying to keep an eye on the vibe of the room, make sure that you notice if something changes. Julian, with that 15 insight, you definitely you catch the vibe that they're watching you in the same way that you're watching them. Just kind of trying to make sure there's no trouble for their own group as well. Jolly and Hooli, you are approaching the entrance to what you've been told is the counselor's house. The door is a simple wooden door, appears to have a knob that locks from the inside, and you're able to walk right up to it.
Okay. I am, let's see. I'm going to knock on the door gently with a little bit of a three knocks with an up knock
Yeah.
on the third one. No, that's too aggressive.
All right.
Hear that? It's got a happy beat to it.
All right. You hear, one moment, be right there. And the door swings open, and you are able to see a small gnomish man wearing very nice clothes, well cut, the fabric looks nice, and he smiles up at you. Hello, can I help you?
It's him. I look back. It's him. It's really him. It's you. Oh, Councilman Brightleaf. Whew. I'm a little nervous. Give me a second.
Counselor, you had it right the first time.
Counselor. I'm so nervous. I have heard such great things about your beautiful town. We've come all the way from Sharn to talk to you. Hold on. Let me get myself together. Let me gather myself a little bit here.
Go ahead and give me a deception check to try to sell the
Deception?
persona you're putting on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, you think you've sold it entirely. You got the breathing pattern of someone who's overly excited and maybe just rushed over a bit, right down. You have you're able to make your cheeks rosy on command to show the exertion, and you're on it. But
Okay.
no need to be so excited. What did you need?
Well, it's such a big thing. Can I invite you to breakfast? We're about to have breakfast. I would love for you to join us. We have some things to propose and to discuss the future of the town. We're very excited about it. Would love, if you don't mind, it's on me. Come eat with us right over at Martha's and Harold's, and they're cooking the full dwarven for us right now. So would you be able to join us?
Well, I was just about to start making breakfast with my wife, but if you wouldn't mind her joining us, I'd be happy to join you for a meal. A bit of an informal meeting, perhaps.
Would be absolutely amazing to have you both there. It's such an exciting thing. So I wouldn't want you to even. I mean, I absolutely want her there. Meet us over there. They're cooking it now. I'll get the table ready. We'll have you'll meet my friends and my partners, and we'll sit down and we'll talk over a nice breakfast.
Yes, that sounds quite lovely. We'll meet you there shortly.
Great. And I whisper, "We got the meeting. We got the meeting. It's amazing." And we head back over.
I'll do a little
All right.
Brittany fangirl with you before we head back.
Yeah, sorry, what did you want to do?
I said I'll do a little Brittany fangirl too before we go, and be excited and then follow
Gotcha.
back.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, you head back to the tavern and are able to rejoin. You see that the other group has just ordered themselves another round of ales. They seem to be settling in to just kind of chill out today on that 15 insight, Jillian. A few minutes pass, and the counselor and his wife join you. Counselor Thanak Brightweave and Ms. Brill Brightweave.
Okay, I get up.
There don't appear to be quite enough chairs at your table. The Lady Brill speaks.
Take my chair. I'll go talk to Harold and Martha about if it's possible to get another chair. I'll stand if I need to.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Coca-Cola will get up and offer her a chair and stand watch like off to the side.
Well, thank you. That's quite kind. And she'll take your seat, Coca-Cola. And he will go ahead and take yours, Jolly. And you make your way up to talk to Martha at the bar and ask for a couple of extra chairs. You had a... Can I help you? Apologies for last night. You caught me in a bit of a foul mood.
Oh, I get it. Middle of the night. I mean, apologies from us. We haven't even told you the crazy part that happened. Maybe I alluded to it a little bit, but we were waylaid by some foul creatures that were planning nefarious, terrible atrocities here. So we got here. We were, a concussion here. We had gotten, wrestling matches on the ground. There was blood everywhere. It was a terrible thing. So we caught each other at the worst possible time.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that happened on your way in. It sounds like you solved the issue. From what you said,
We did. We did.
Won't be a problem for us in the future.
Don't think so. No,
Wonderful.
I think the town was saved. I think we can confidently say that this town was saved last night. Anyway, on to the bigger and better things, huh?
Well, there you go. Thank you. Was there something you needed?
If you could get us 2 more chairs, we have the Bright Leafs are joining us for a very important meeting. And we seem to be shy 2 chairs.
Oh, the Brightwaves. Yes. Well, you could just take a couple from the bar if you don't mind. We don't really, honestly, this is more people than we've had in the inn at one time in probably about a year. No, a bit less than a year. I think it was the last treaty festival. So about 6 months.
Get used to it. There's going to be a lot of silver pieces jangling around in those in that apron, Martha. A lot of them. And I scoop up a couple of chairs and bring them over for Nicole and I.
Yeah, it's a bit of a you're all able to fit around the table. And Harold comes out shortly, carrying an armful of platters and just laying them across the table. Full dwarven.
Fantastic. Harold, you're the best.
Anything else you need? Any drinks?
Yeah, of course. Milk for me, obviously. As raw as possible. I will skim it myself, as they say. Everyone else?
A nice pot of tea would be good.
Just
We have a
water for me.
We have a teetotaler at the table, so a nice pot of tea would be all right.
Yeah, we can do some tea. Yeah, tea, water, milk. Can do.
Tea for Jillian as well.
We've got some fresh squeezed juice from the tree. We've got some fresh squeezed juice from the trees just to the south if you'd like any of that.
Resident
Juice, fresh squeezed juice even.
Yeah.
Wow, this town just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it?
Yeah. So bring a pitcher of milk, pitcher of juice, pitcher of water, pot of tea, pitcher of ale. And from the table behind you, you hear, I'll take another pitcher of ale.
Yeah, these are my kind of people. Man, I was trying to be polite and just have tea, but if it's local custom to drink ale for breakfast, I am all over it.
All right. We'll have that right out for you. And he runs back, comes out with a pitcher of what looks like some like quality apple juice, some milk, completely unskimmed. You can see curds beginning to form in the top of it. And pitcher of water. Looks like just well water, not cleaned or purified or anything, but not awful. It's not dirty water. And then 2 pitchers of ale, one for you and one for the other table. All right, well, I hope your meeting is productive, and I hope you have a nice breakfast.
Thank you so much, Harold. Now, Counselor Brightleaf, Mrs. Brightleaf, the Honorable Mrs. Brightleaf. So we come with big news.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
We come with big news. First, I need to tell you that there was a burning bear ritual last night, about an hour from here. I don't know how much you know about Quaggoth. I don't know. I hear you guys have been in town for a while, so you may have seen this before. Turns out they were planning what they call a hunt. In their language, it doesn't quite translate quite the same in Undercommon. You might know Undercommon, Counselor. Are you familiar with Quaggoth?
As you say all this, you see the counselor nodding seriously, and you see his wife says, "A hunt near Zilspar? Oh, goodness. Oh, well, it's good
Yes,
you
but
came along and handled it then."
Yes, I don't want you to worry. We came... interesting story. It's going to lead into why we have the meeting, but it's just a little bit of context. Came across their burning bear ritual, which was them getting ready to come down here, and as you know, clearly you do. But we put a stop to it, and they will not be troubling this town again. We sent a very clear message. And put an end to that. There was no hunt. There will be no hunt. Those Quaggoth are no more. So I want you to feel good about that. I want you to feel safe. And to tell you how confident I think you should be, the real reason we're here is we are here on behalf of the Brixhaven. I'm sorry. Help me out, Brixhaven. I'm nervous again.
Brookshaven Trading Company.
Brixhaven Trading Company, and we've been hired, my partners and I, to lay out the route for the new lightning rail, which is going to come through Zilspar. This is a huge opportunity. This town, beautiful, wonderful, amazing little village, is going to have tremendous, unthinkable, incalculable opportunities come as a result of the lightning rail. And what we'd like to do is set up a depot stop here so that all of your farmers, your orchards, your all of your professionals here are able to leverage the economic opportunities that such a rail stop would present. And that's why we're here. So I know that's a lot, but that's why it's so important for us to meet you.
Yeah, and you see the counselor is still nodding. And his wife speaks up again. "Oh, but darling, what will the citizens think? You know, they're so used to this calm lifestyle, and with the rail coming through, I mean, we get a good bit of traffic passing by on the Orient trade route, but a lightning rail? Why, that has so many changes coming with it."
Yes, but it
And you see the
presents a
counselor
good
saying,
opportunity. it presents a good opportunity for your local goods and services to expand and to bring in some coin into the town. And you have some beautiful farms, and this apple juice is really very fantastic. Imagine being able to offer that experience to people from all across the land, you know?
Let me
You
ask
make some
you,
good points.
do you have children, grown children, young children?
We've never been blessed with a young one, no.
Oh, okay. I noticed there aren't a lot of young folks around here. I'm guessing that they sort of grow up and then they leave at a certain point, 18, 20, often.
Well, we've got a few. We've got a few young folks, but yeah, kids usually leave for a bit and then they come back home and take back over when they're needed.
Good. Well, I think one of the things that people appreciate when a town starts to grow is the children see the opportunity and can stay, and they don't feel like they have to go to the Sharns of the world and make their fortune elsewhere, that they feel like they can stay where they really want to be through their life, into their 20s, into their 30s, into their 50s, into their 80s, and into that late adolescence per se. And I think it's one of the things we want to provide, not just money, but the space, the opportunity, so that families can stay together, and the young ones don't feel like they have to run off to the big city. That all of the opportunities they could need would be right here. So what we're looking to do is, if you have a building that is for sale, we would like to potentially look at that as a potential depot for the lightning rail stop.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It'd be nice to keep the younger ones closer to home, I suppose. But this really isn't the sort of decision that I can make on my own. I might be the leader of the town, but we're a small town. Most decisions get made by committee, so perhaps you could bring this up at our next town hall meeting. It's only about a week and a half away.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll write up a bunch of things for you. You guys discuss it. We have to move on. We're going to Revan next. Have you been to Revan?
I've been to Reading. Yes, it's quite a nice place. It's been some time, but nice city. A bit big for my tastes, but it's well run.
Small wyvern problem, but amazing vistas. So we're going to be on our way there, but I can lay out the framework of what this future might look like for you, and then we the other thing we are going to want to do is, and we can put some money in the pockets of the town right now, is we need to hire a tunneling crew. There's a couple of hills a couple of hours away, and we need some miners. So is there a crew we could maybe hire here to get back there and build that tunnel for us?
We don't really have a tunneling crew, but we've got someone who does some odd jobs around who probably could help you out. You can talk to Miles. He should be out tending the fields.
That's great.
And then if you don't have the time to wait for the town hall, you could go around and talk to the citizens yourselves, maybe get their opinions. There's not that many of us here in town. I think
what I would love?
15 or so talk.
Right. So what do you think? We get 10 of them to agree and feel pretty good about it. Councilor Brightleaf, what if I were
If you could get the
to
majority of the citizens to agree.
sure. Now, if let me just throw some ideas out. This isn't fully thought out, but what I'm wondering is if I could entrust our budget with you, and maybe as we move on to Revan, we give you the budget, and you talk to everyone, and you sort of maybe work this. And if we come back and and the town has decided no, thank you, and that 10 platinum that we entrust you with, it isn't going to work. Then we revisit it as we come back through. But would it be possible for us to just leave you with that town budget at 10 platinum, and then you talk to everyone and you figure out what they're comfortable with, and then what it would take to sort of build a depot here? Would that be something we could entrust you with?
And you see anyone with a passive insight over a 13 sees him look at his wife and sees her nod. Yes, I think that could be done.
Fantastic. So what we'd like to do is leave you with that, and when we come back, if it didn't cost that much, great. You just keep give us the remainder. But what we'd like to get is that tunnel built. We'd like to get that depot building ready, so that when the rail is ready, we're ready to start bringing opportunity to this town. Does that sound like something we can trust you with?
Yeah, we could definitely talk about building your depot and all that. I don't recall that we authorized a lightning rail to pass through here anytime recently. So we'd also need to bring that up at the town hall.
We could go a different direction with the lightning rail and bypass this place entirely, but that's what I'm going to leave that budget with you, and you work your magic with the town. And if the town decides that it wants this opportunity, it wants to keep its children close, it wants to keep its families intact, and it wants to have this fountainhead of opportunity, then great, you've got enough to work with. And if you all decide not to, we'll revisit it when we get back.
All right, go ahead and give me persuasion or intimidation.
I'm going to go definitely persuasion.
We can get intimidating.
Yeah.
That's a 24 on the persuasion.
All right, but I'll definitely talk to the townspeople about it. Just know that there's no guarantee, and
no guarantee
until the approval goes through. Until
Right.
the approval goes through, anything that occurs, if you start building without the permits, there's going to be a bit of an issue.
Well, we're not going to operate any rail without the permits, obviously. We do have our trusty Beep, who is laying some of the foundational stuff, but obviously we need the tunnel built. So we're going to trust you to handle that for us. And we're not going to operate anything. We haven't aligned a locomotive. We haven't even gotten an elemental yet, but we know it's coming. So, these things take time, and we're looking for you to handle this section for us. And we're entrusting you with this budget for that.
Out of curiosity, you said all of the townspeople vote on propositions like this?
What Yes.
So if we were to buy that empty
I hope it
house,
sounds so formal. We just get together and talk about it.
But so if we were to buy that empty house, we
The empty house up in the north, yes.
would have a vote in it as well, correct?
Yes, you'd get one vote. Yes, you'd get a vote.
And how much is it going to cost us to buy that
Did
empty
you want
house?
to buy the house? Because that-
Yes. How much is it?
Well, let's see. Are you planning on using it as a house or as a place of business?
A house. For now.
We haven't been authorized to run a business here yet.
Yeah, I honestly,
Yes,
counselor, I think we'd like you to
Mhm.
handle this for us, and we're giving you a budget. We're entrusting you with our budget
I think
with a 24
I
persuasion.
think that's not. I think that's not quite the job I know how to do. I'm not. I'm
I
not a
think
businessman.
the head of the town is
I'm a
exactly the
farmer
type
who
of person.
I think you need to know that I'm a farmer, and I'm just. The people around here trust me. That's why I am the counselor. Okay.
That's why we're
We're a
entrusting
small
you
town.
to talk to them, and you're gonna whip up those votes for us, and you're gonna make sure this happens. I believe in you. I mean, we came all this way to talk to you.
I suppose I can take care of it. But if you want those tunnels dug, though, you'll have to talk to Miles yourself. He takes the jobs he wants to take, and I don't exactly know where your tunnels are that you need, or what kind of tunnels you need at all.
It's definitely marked, but we'll talk to Miles. Sure. We'll talk to Miles.
And yeah, I'll talk to the townsfolk. The budget. And
Yes.
he puts his hand out.
Coca-Cola, you have our cash.
I do. Let me know something here, GM. With my brilliant
Yeah.
passive 19, do I feel like he is going to do what we're asking him to? Or is he just like, oh, we're going to take this coin, fuck this meeting, and I don't care what they have to say?
He's definitely going to make an effort towards what you're asking, but you get the feeling he's being very honest when he says he doesn't have the first clue about what to do with, like, setting up a depot or anything.
Well, we don't need him to set up a depot. We'll handle that ourselves. We just need him to, pass along a little incentive, a nice, shiny platinum incentive to his townsfolk that we're here to do, the railman's work, the good work.
Oh, you get the feeling this money's going straight in his pocket, but he'll talk to the townspeople for you and try to get them to vote.
Yeah, I'll give him 10 platinum pieces, and I'll give him a nice, big, dwarven, loving, not quite intimidating at all smile. One hand on the coin, the other one just resting on a nice, fancy, shiny blade of death.
Cool. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
I'm naturally intimidating. Don't ask me to roll charisma. That's rude. I'll tell you what I got here. I got a fat 10 with my negative. There you go. Big, beautiful 10.
Yeah, he definitely picks. You can see him picking up the signs that you're trying to scare him. He doesn't look terrified of you any more than he already did when your group started throwing out massive amounts of money, and he realized, oh shit, these people mean business. He's no more terrified of you than he already possibly was. Probably.
I mean, it's not that I want to scare him. I just want him to understand that as polite and nice as Jolly is, we mean serious business, and our coin is not to be taken lightly. That's all.
Well, he definitely understands that. He
Okay.
says, well, it's been interesting talking with you. Thank you
We're
for the
gonna-
breakfast.
It is
And
fantastic. We're going to do great things
you-
together. Yes.
Yeah, I'll try to see to it that your wishes are fulfilled. We should be off. We have lots of business to attend to today.
About that house. About that house. Before you go, how much to buy it?
$30 platinum.
30 platinum. He's playing. He's pulling our leg, isn't he, Jolly? I think he's pulling our leg. 30 platinum.
I perhaps we should spend our budget elsewhere. You know what? Maybe this isn't the town for us. I guess we'll take our 10 platinum back.
Revan might be more open to being a
Yeah.
central
Maybe we'll just speed by here and not stop at all.
Yeah, I think that's starting to sound a little more appetizing.
It's tough.
If that's what you want to do with your business, then I suppose that's your right.
Yeah, I feel like
And he goes to pull
uh,
the pouch back out of his pocket and hand it back to you.
yeah, maybe we revisit it later when you see the opportunities elsewhere, and you decide that this is something you want. We can perhaps entertain a civic provided depot. The town would obviously provide that and pay for that, and also reimburse us with the scheduled delays if we were to begin to stop here. I was really looking at this as a way to help the town, but if we don't share a vision, maybe we shouldn't. I'll tell you what. Hold on to that budget. When we come back, if you decide that you'd rather us just bypass Zilspar, just hand us that money back. That's fine, no problem. But if you change your mind and you get the town on board and you do want us to stop here and you do want all of those opportunities, then we will expect a depot and a tunnel. So I will leave you to handle the particulars of that, and we will see you when we get back, I suppose.
All right. Be on your way then. We'll see you when you get back.
And just to be clear, I want you to talk to Miles, and I want you to tell him that we've marked the place for the tunnel. And here are the dimensions. We need the tunnel to be 20 feet wide, 20 feet tall, and 40 feet wide. And it's marked, and you'll handle that. And we've given you the budget to handle that. Thank you.
You see he stands up and walks around the table, pulls his wife's chair out for her, and they both walk out, talking to themselves, talking to each other in whispers as they do.
Okay.
Well, Jolly,
And
I'm not sure this town is the town for us to do business with.
Well,
I mean,
they will get to decide whether they want to do business. If not, they will enjoy the beautiful lightning rail speeding by, and that's always fun to watch. They'll wave to us as we go by at speed. It's up to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, hey, we made sure your town didn't get murder, death, killed by some, genocidal quaggoths, and we offer you coin and jobs and your local services to be put on the map, and you just don't care.
I think they just need time to embrace the future. They'll get there. I think that coin purse will weigh heavily and not be something that the counselor feels like he wants to give back. And God forbid they start to spend any of that and not have it and know we're coming back. I think that would weigh much more heavily on them and might be a motivator for them to make the arrangements that we expect.
I mean, if they want to spend it, I have a solution to that. We are not evil. We are we're capitalist. That's all.
I mean, has Councilman Brightweave left? Or is he still sitting
they've
here?
both left the building.
We
They both
could.
left the building.
Okay. Tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. We did give him that gold, that platinum to try and get him on our side. Why don't we just do that with the rest of the townsfolk? Why don't we go talk to this Miles, this Martha, and give them some gold money to get them on board?
Let me be real clear. We just bribed the counselor to go handle all of that for us. And now if he wants to slide them a platinum here and a platinum there, that is his job. That is literally his job.
I just feel like 10 platinum does not seem like a very large amount of money to buy an entire town.
So much money for a town like this.
I mean, you're not
more money than they've ever seen.
As you say this, you hear a voice. As you say this, you hear a voice speak up from the table behind you. You just bribed the counselor, huh? You know,
is that what you heard?
If you'd like that kept quiet, perhaps there's some other people you should pay out. This is coming from the gentleman sitting up against the wall.
That's just what I was saying.
Who you last night were introduced to as Marty.
Monty.
So
I don't remember Monty. I remember Raj, Brew, and Und.
Yeah, I don't remember Monty.
I don't remember him.
Oh, maybe I forgot their names.
I've got Raj, Gru, and Und are the three names I got. The spellcaster being Raj, and then the two meatheads accompanying her.
Yep, this is Und. My bad. I remembered Gru, forgotten. As soon as I named him Marty.
I was about to be so upset with myself.
Well, yeah. Und calls out to you. You know, you might want to spread a bit of that wealth around if you don't want everyone hearing about this bribe.
I want everyone to hear about it. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. I want everyone to hear about it. Yes, I just don't want to waste the
Wonderful.
time to talk to
Wonderful. And
go
you see
go
he-
tell everyone that economic opportunity is coming to this town. Please, by all means, I implore you to go let them all know. And if they decide they don't want it, then we will speed right on past here and not stop. But by all means, do our light
I
work
don't
for
live
us.
here.
Please
I
do.
don't live here.
Be my guest.
I don't live here. I don't care.
There you go. Be my guest. Go let them know that the counselor has a budget to invest in this town so that this becomes a stop on the new lighting rail. Please go expose us. Do an expose. Be an investigative journalist. Great job. Love it. Go tell everyone. Shout it from the rooftops. Please do. Thank you.
And thank you for coming to Jolly's TED
He
Talk.
He pushes back from the table and goes out to, as he thinks, call your bluff. Steps
Okay.
outside of the front door.
Great.
Hey, way to save us some money. Jolly free advertisement.
Has Martha or Harold reacted at all to all of this?
Martha and Harold are staring at the mug. Like each of them is cleaning one mug and has been staring at that mug for the entire conversation. It seems like this is their busy activity. They're like, we're just innkeepers.
I mean, just innkeepers could be just very rich innkeepers. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're I think we've explained the opportunity to everyone.
I think we have. I think you're very right. I think we're very clear in our intentions and our willingness to provide more for this beautiful area that would have been devastated by bear burning quaggoths had we not been hyper vigilant about that.
I, for one, am just hopeful that those were the only bear burning quaggoths in the area, and there wasn't another band a mile further down that we missed.
That's a very good point.
But if we were to find such a group, we would take care of them as well, for sure, because we are not about killing villagers. Not cool. Nothing cool about it. We're about empowering families to stay together. We're about small town
You
values.
just keep trying to convince yourselves.
And I mean, if more business
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
through
but-
here, that's more budget for defense.
Or a clinic,
I mean, what's your
a health clinic.
next move, gang?
I think we're on our jolly way, aren't we?
Should we talk to Raj?
I mean, if you want, you can. You guys seem to get along really well, but
Oil and water.
I mean, it's not my money. Are we okay just leaving that money with no other ends, backup plans in case he does just spend it?
Well, let's say he spends it and we come back. And the job that we paid for didn't get done. I think we all have a problem at that point.
I mean,
Collectively, everyone in this town.
I don't know. Maybe it's something I learned down in the Khyber, but I would rather have a backup plan ready to hedge that leak before it becomes a problem than not. right? You're right. I would be mad and I'd want to do something about it. But if there's something we can do to prevent me from getting mad, I would rather never be mad at all. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I just trust Brightleaf. They put him in charge for a reason. I trust him. I think he's a smart guy.
I mean, decisions will be made based on required, things. We'll handle it the way it needs to be handled when the time comes. I mean,
I
I'm
just
not.
want to go around and get a vibe on here.
Go ahead.
Here's the way.
Kind of go around and get a vibe on how everyone's feeling. How's Jillian feeling right now? She's been pretty quiet this whole time.
I'm thinking if it doesn't work out with this town, we'll just bypass it, like Jolly said. We'll just move on to the next one. I really hope that at least the cave gets done. I mean, this is, at least that gets sealed and the tunnel gets dug. I hope at least that happens. But I mean, it is. I just feel like it is a tremendous opportunity, and if they don't want it to happen, then that's fine. We'll just bypass it. I hope the platinum isn't wasted.
All right. You have. I mean, you've had your discussion with the counselor. You still have the opportunity to speak with anyone here in town or in the inn, if you wish. And yeah, you're free to go
Zenlin,
about
do you
what
want to?
like.
Zenlin, do you want to try to talk to Raj? Not a fan of mine.
Sure, I can give it a try. Most people aren't exactly fans of me, but
She's definitely not a fan of me. So
and Zenlin will sort of get up and straighten his robes, clear his throat, cough a bit, and walk toward the other group of what seems like adventurers.
Yeah.
Sorry about my
Alright,
friends.
so
They're a
you're
bit
walking on over there.
yeah, and he'll just sorry about my friends. They're a bit on edge. We've had quite a few days on the road.
Sounds like you seem to be making quite a few more ahead of you.
Well, I mean, business is business and all of that. What brings all of you out here? There's obviously Zilspar doesn't get very many travelers.
Just passing through.
Going anywhere particular? Looking to make some coin? I mean, in my short experience, the type of people that stay at inns and stop at towns like this usually aren't doing it because they just want to.
Could use a bit of coin. You got a job in mind?
I mean, our business is taking us on, but as I'm sure you noticed, and your friend pointed out, we do have bits of business here, and we'd like to make sure those could be covered and watched. But of course, if you're all going to be traveling on,
We're just passing on looking for more work. if there's work here, we don't mind staying.
I mean, I'd have to talk to my friends, but do you think you could keep this place in line so that we don't come back to some kind of chaos or trap waiting for us?
You're going to have to be a bit more specific than keep this place in line.
I mean,
Don't take a
got
job
it,
without specific instructions.
keep an eye on things. We've got investments here. We want to make sure that those investments aren't going to waste. Make sure that Councilman Brightweave holds up his end of the bargain and does try to get the townspeople in on the job.
I can keep an eye on the councilman and make sure he's talking to the people. So you want us to observe for you mostly, then, it sounds like.
That would be ideal. We definitely would prefer not to come back here and have to completely change our plans after all of this effort we've put in.
All right. When will you be returning?
Let me double check that. I just have to see how long our journey was going to take, and would you like to join me at the table? I know you didn't get on particularly well with Jolly, but... I'm sorry, what was that?
She stands up and starts walking over to join you.
Okay. Then I'll go with and be like, everyone, this is Raj. She thinks her and her compatriots might be able to keep an eye on our investments for us while we're gone. I mean, anyone who saw through your tricks, Jolly, isn't going to be fooled quickly, am I right?
Listen, I am simply a music man, and I believe in customer service. I am not the talent, the talent that you and Raj are, the true professionals in the craft of wizardry and magic arts. I'm a dabbler. I'm a dilettante in some respects. I just don't have those kind of skills. So what to me feels right to you is like some very ham-handed, brutish, Neanderthal style magic use. I get that. I understand.
Was that at Zen or Raj?
No, I mean both of you. I'm respecting your craft.
But I wasn't sure some of the finer details, how long we'd be gone before we return, what we're willing to pay. We've already got investments here, but perhaps payment upon completion?
Well, I mean, we got to think about this town as a tiny village. We are extending an opportunity to this town. Well, I don't think we're going to be back here for a month. So I'm excited to hear what Raj has planned, I guess. If they were not going to stay here, what would they be doing instead?
Giving you the quote, 90 gold for a month for all three of us to stay and keep an eye on things.
I don't know if that seems reasonable. That's almost the same amount we want you to watch. At that point, it's worth just losing it.
That's your choice. I hear there's
So assume it's
a gold weighing down his pockets who might be looking to hire.
Yeah. Assume it's a pass from us. What would you be doing instead?
None of your business. You're not hiring me.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll make one counter offer. Because honestly, 90 gold for the lot is outrageous. That's a lord's fee for a month of work. We'll offer you.
You're paying three trained warriors for a month of work. Do you do that for less than 90 gold?
I mean, yes. All the soldiers I know make about 5 gold a month.
I'm not a soldier. I'm a sword for hire.
It's gonna be a pass from me, boss.
Yeah, just not worth the investment.
No.
All right.
We'll just if we have to eat the 10 platinum, we'll eat the 10 platinum, and that's gonna be how it's gonna be, I think. I mean, really, I don't want to get hung up on this place if they just want to squander an opportunity for futures for more than just sending their kids off somewhere else to be awesome and then have to come back and do this for the rest of forever. I mean, that's on them. I think we pack up and move on.
At that, Martha is going to speak up. I'd prefer you didn't disparage our way of life. It's worked for us for quite some time, and a bunch of outsiders walking in the middle of the night don't get to talk shit about it in our town.
I mean, potato, I suppose.
Get out of my inn.
We definitely did save this town last night.
The only evidence anyone has for that is your own word.
I agree.
I mean, we can show you
come
that.
And say he's town and then try to take it over on the same day.
I hear you. Go check on it. We'll be back in a month. If you find out that anything we said was a lie, we will apologize. But what I think you're going to find is the lightning rail is coming. You've got a huge opportunity, and your town was almost destroyed last night. And I think you'll find that everything we've said is true. And we'll be back in a month. And that's just the facts. So we're not disparaging anyone.
I hope you realize that even if you're being fully honest, you're still a group of assholes. Except for you, and she looks at Jillian. Except for you, and she looks clearly at Jillian and Resno. You've been wonderful.
You know, when you go find that burnt bear wicker, you might want to close up that cave because there might be more of them. So we're not bullshitting you. It happened. Go check it out. It's about a 2-hour walk. Find out for yourself that we're not bullshitting you. And we'll be on our way.
I will certainly have someone check it out.
Yeah, do that.
In the meantime, leave.
Do that.
Zen will get up, pull his hood up, and I guess walk out of the inn into the sunlight.
Yep. It is what it is. Like I said, it's not really worth it, really.
Coughs a few times on the way.
We came with honesty. They met with resistance at the door as soon as we came in and just wanted a place to stay. You know, like it's been rough from the very beginning. So, I mean, it's take the 10 platinum, go fuck yourselves. Have a nice day. Wave at the lightning rail on the way by when we put it, you know, the next field over, and you can see how beautiful it is in the distance. That's my vibe check.
With Zinlin walking out, Reznor is gonna like look up from his food and be like, "Oh," and he's gonna follow Zinlin.
Okay. Off we go.
Yep.
To Revan.
Where the people are surely to be grateful that their Wyvern problem is going to get taken care of.
Definitely.
You just have to assume that they'll understand when their town is saved, that their town has been saved.
This started so well, ended so badly.
Yeah, on we go. Let's do it.
Yep. On
On
we
the
go.
road again.
All right. You head out of the inn and begin to. Do you head back north to meet with that you had the rail at, or did you have the rail follow you into town?
No, I don't think we brought Beep into town.
Your choice.
Yeah, I don't think we brought Beep, right, because we wanted to make sure first. I think that was what we decided last week.
Well, and I think that was one thing is doesn't Beep lay the track every night?
Yeah.
Like, isn't Beep in theory like he was out laying the track leading up to the town, wasn't he? Last night? Like
No,
he's
because
laying-
we flagged at the hill. Remember?
Beep does lay track. Yeah, you flagged the hill and told Beep to stop laying until you got past the hills. And the hills
okay.
end as you get into town.
Okay.
So you could head north and have the tracks start back up there. You could, have it pass.
The tracks are coming right.
Your choice.
The tracks are coming right on the edge of town. The tracks are coming right on the edge of town.
Rails coming one way or another. You can either
We provided
build
an
around
opportunity
it or get run
Yes.
over.
They had their decision, their choice comes down to whether they want us to stop here or speed past. That is their decision. They get to choose that.
I mean, as a Kundarak, as somebody who operates in the world of finances, I just am really struggling here on trying to understand how offering upfront investment equals crime. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, you give
When
a
less
town
than
a
3 minutes
budget,
later you say out loud, "This was a bribe."
and that is shorthand, right? For what it is. I can dress it up in a bunch of other words if you'd like.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Can't wait to get back on the road again, or whatever the lyrics of the song are. I'm not a fucking bard. I'm a rogue.
On the trail we blaze.
Coming out of my cage,
Yeah,
and I've been doing just fine.
So we're a mafia, right? That's we work with them.
Head
No.
No, we are
We are explicitly
are
not
a
part of
railroad.
the houses.
more down path.
we
It's
are a
not-
railroad. This is how it works. Literally how it works.
I think you started to say something, Chip, but you're a little
we
quiet.
should,
So
we should start a small business that doesn't abuse the little guy. Let's abuse the little guy.
I said it from day one. Our plan is to become one of the great houses, not stop them.
Yeah, I don't see how we abuse them at all. I really don't.
all right, so Revan, let's do it.
I'm Revan.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Wyvern Slaver?
You head to the north and find a little dirt path. It doesn't look like an actual road, but it looks like enough people pass through here that the dirt's become packed down and is visible where people come by. And there you see a empty lot where a house probably used to be. But it appears the structure is long gone. You see that the path meets with another path heading further northeast, and another one heading to the northwest. Yeah, northwest, and another one heading to the east towards Revan.
We head east.
To the east.
East,
Yep, to
not
the
west.
east.
Don't you said west.
All right. As you continue to head east, you notice some odd tracks on the trail here, where you can tell something bipedal has walked through here with cloven feet.
Quaggas don't have cloven feet, do they?
Nope, they got bare feet.
Can I roll a check to see if I know what made the tracks?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival.
Survival. 21.
21? Yeah, you can tell that these are very closely related to goats. Not certain exactly what they are, but they look like goat's feet to you, minus the little creature that's been walking by.
I'll relay that to everyone else. Looks sort of like goat feet.
So something of a cloven hoof. Are they big? Like, are they bigger than goat feet, or are they smaller than goat feet?
No, they're about the same size.
about the same size.
They seem to come up the path the same direction, and then head up to the northeast
Okay.
or northwest.
So maybe like somebody's pushing a herd through. Because I know like some fiendish creatures have cloven hoof, but I'm not really sure if that's something typical in this area, or you know what I mean? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. Being where I'm from, do I know of any creatures sort of like that that have cloven feet or hooves?
Give me a knowledge nature.
Seven.
You can't think of any bipedal creatures with cloven hooves off the top of your head. Well, no, that's not quite true. You remember that you've met some tieflings that have cloven hooves.
Oh, I mean, it could be tieflings.
I mean, that's fair, which was kind of where I was thinking, but I like my point was I'm not sure how common that race of people is in this area. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like the great houses are typically, you know, like Kundaraks are dwarves. Jillian's house is not the race Jillian is because I think she's played something else. No, you're a gnome, right?
She's a
Halfling.
halfling.
Halfling, that's right. So it's like most of them are
Your house managers.
House Jurassic? Is that how you pronounce it?
Jurassico, I think.
Jurassico?
Yeah, I just don't know how like common.
Jurassico's halflings.
Pardon? Let me turn up the volume again. Say it again, too.
That tieflings, tieflings aren't uncommon, so to speak, but they tend to live in all sorts of disparate areas. So you're on the left leg of it.
Okay.
Okay.
And it seems like there's a lot less tieflings than there are throughout the world because of how spread out they are. It does run in families, but that's not the only way to be born a tiefling, and not every tiefling is going to have a child that is also a tiefling, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what kind of numbers would you like to see, or what kind of check would you like to see to kind of see if we can figure out any more about the tracks? Like, are they in sets of 2? Are they in sets of 4? Is there a lot of them? Does it look like there's more than one creature? Is it like a passing herd or a couple of bandits?
I'll say on that 21, Reznor was able to identify that there are at least 3 sets of tracks, and they are in like sets of 2. So each creature looks like it was leaving 2 footprints with every set of steps.
So
Wait a
five-
damn minute.
Bipedal.
Wait a minute. Those people that we just ran into at the inn, there was 3 of them, and they were coming from Revan. Do you think they were doing some sort of like disguise spell?
It's possible.
Are the tracks leading to where we're coming from, Chip?
They lead up up and to the left. So they come from the path you're on, and they lead to the path above you.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
not the path we need to take, I believe, right?
No, the path you need to take is the one to the right.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm particularly concerned.
I mean,
Definitely checking it out.
yeah, I kind of want to know. I'm kind of curious because it's like it's cloven. It's in three sets of pairs, and it doesn't look like a herd of goats is getting pushed through by a local farmer. I mean, it could be nothing. If we check it out and it ends up being nothing, then we wasted 15 minutes of travel time and we get on with our day.
Resnor's in
Yeah.
tracking mode now, so
Yeah, we got the bloodhound on it here.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right. Do you want to try to follow? Do you want to try to follow these stealthily? Do you want to just move full speed? What's the move here?
I mean, I don't really think if we're just checking some tracks out in the middle of broad daylight that we have to necessarily stealth through it, but maybe like on alert,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like close hand to a dagger if needed or whatever, but not like not seeking conflict, more like seeking answer. Just, want to know what's going on in our area.
Yeah, definitely. You begin to follow this path to the northeast or northwest. I'm going to keep doing that, aren't I? You find yourselves following these trails for a good bit. It's probably about 30 minutes of walking before anything changes. And then up in the distance, you specifically, Cola, begin to hear something. You hear the sound of a pan flute, and I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Satyrs, god damn it. Why didn't I think of that? All right, wisdom save.
We're going to
How about
the wrong.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? All right. This music washes over you, and it's beautiful. It almost draws you to it, but you're able to shake your head and snap back to yourself and remember that you're here with a purpose.
I will throw my hand up and turn to the closest person near me and mouth about the pan flutes. I want to say it as quiet as possible. And mention that it be careful because I don't know what it is from here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know what.
Far enough away. Yeah. Yeah, you're still definitely far enough away that you don't see anything, but you can tell you're starting to get deeper into the forest. This foot-worn path is beginning to fade a little bit, and the trees above you grow denser. They're blocking out more of the light. What is your next move? Do you continue walking?
I mean, Resnor, listen, buddy. I want you to really be careful in there. You're gonna be out front. I know you're not the most stealthy guy. If anything shady happens, I want you to just understand that I've got your back. I believe in you. You got this. I know you can do it. You are the head of the spear, the tip of the spear. We've got your back. We are behind you 100%.
I won't fail you, Jolly.
Immediately fails him.
So I guess we're sneaky snonking in that direction.
Seems that way.
Yeah, do you want to
Okay.
be sneaky?
Let's do it.
We're
Let's be
doing
sneaky.
sneaky stuff.
Oh, Zenlin.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Nice, Jolly. And Jillian, even. Resnor and Zenlin.
Wait, what's the bardic inspiration die? Sorry, Jolly.
So it's a D8, but I would urge you to wait until you have to make a saving throw on that bad boy.
That's a good call. I think I'm okay with the 13.
I'm just gonna make hasty eyes at Zenlin, like give the signal, like I'm ready when you are, boss. Don't you worry. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, so you head deeper into the forest. Are you still trying to follow the tracks, or are you following the sound of the music?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think. Odds, tracks, evens, music. How about that?
Sounds
Odds,
good.
tracks.
All right. You follow these tracks, and they begin to lead you away from the music before circling back to where you're heading towards it again. And you are going to come in from the left side of
I was just gonna say, I swear to
You
God, if there's a
begin
bird,
to
quicker.
walk up and you see 4 satyrs around in a circle. You see discarded wine bottles on the ground around them. You can see the ashed remains of what was once a campfire up here. And you can go ahead and position yourselves anywhere on the left side here.
You gotta drop us on, Chip.
I thought I did. Oh, wait. No, bad. You're all hidden from yourselves. Let me fix that. There we go.
Just friendly note, Zenlin is never the person in front.
I'm gonna be in front, I think.
Ooh.
Be prepared for it to go sideways. But I think it makes sense I go in front.
Yeah, set yourselves up anywhere in those first 4 stores.
Ooh, I have a pan flute. Let me put this lyre away.
Yes.
I have a pan flute. So I'm going to do a performance check.
You're going to do nothing. You're all going to give me a wisdom save quick.
Okay.
Oh, another one. All of us?
Okay, wisdom save.
Wait,
Everybody this time.
18.
is this some kind of effect to charm me?
Oof.
I'm gonna use the bardic
It
inspiration dice
is
now.
related to a charm effect. So if you have advantage against those, you're good. If you're immune to those, you're good.
Cool.
What was that, Resnor?
I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration on that 6.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Got below a 13.
Zenlin passed.
I've got a 12.
18.
All right. All right. Anyone else below a 13 other than Coca-Cola?
Nope.
Uh,
17.
Resnor and I.
Yeah, we failed.
Okay. Resnor and Coca-Cola find yourselves under the effect of Otto's irresistible dance.
I'll do the futterwecking. I got no problem.
Yeah.
Alright.
For the next minute, you have to use all of your movement to dance without leaving your space. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. All other creatures will have advantage on attack rolls against you. As an action, you can make a wisdom saving throw to regain control of yourself. So we are going to go into initiative order here, but we are not in combat yet. Unless you wish to be, I suppose.
Jesus.
All right. All right, so you are all able to. It's daylight, but the trees are good cover. You are able to see these four all dancing around. And Coca-Cola and Resnor, you feel compelled to start dancing along. You are able to use enough movement to join the circle, or you can choose to start dancing in the spot you're already in.
So, do we feel compelled to join the circle, or is it just?
It feels more fun, but there's not a compulsion. It is a, wouldn't it be wonderful if you danced with us? A person who'd rather dance in the group or dance in his own little spot.
Resnor's a pack animal. I feel like he'd move towards the circle.
Cool. Go ahead and throw him somewhere in the circle.
Here we go.
What about Cola? Do you think she'd choose to dance in spot, or do you think she'd join the rest?
I think she likes to have a good time in her free time, work hard, party harder sort of mindset. So, especially if she sees Reznor does move forward, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's my dude. Let's do this. Let's dance." And would probably like move up here to dance.
All right.
Reznor is doing the gnome dance I sent to you, Huli.
So the three of you who didn't get caught up in the dance see your compatriots begin to do a little jig and join this circle. And first to act is going to be this satyr, closest to you all, who is going to speak up. Wonderful! More partiers! The ones at the top and bottom are the two playing pan flutes right now. Come, revel with us. Next act is going to be Coca-Cola. You can use your action to attempt to save out of the dance if you'd like. And you can do anything else you want to with your bonus action. And if you get your movement back with that.
I mean, I get dash as a bonus action, but I need to make the save to be able to make the dash. So let's do that. And I'm not doing anything because I have a 10 again. So I'm dancing. 60 foot of shaking my tail feather is what's happening.
All right. Up next will be Jolly.
Okay, I am moving into the circle. I am pulling out my pan flute, and I'm gonna play with the rhythm that they're doing, and I'm gonna sort of follow it for a couple of bars, and then I'm just gonna play around in it. It's sort of sitting in that pocket, but syncopated a little bit. I'm gonna do a performance check and try to add something to this. Musician to musician.
Cool.
And that's going to be a 9 on that.
All right. Let me know what you get on that performance check.
But I'm giving no indication that I'm not dancing, or maybe they can tell that I'm not affected by the spell, but I'm not going to let them know for sure. I'm going to do my best to dance with them.
Give me a deception check to try to play along like you're under the spell.
I'm dancing badly and performing badly. I'm giving like the Elaine dance.
Yeah, you pull your pan flute out, and it's like the notes aren't awful. Like you're not too high or too flat by a wide margin, but your rhythm is off. You don't know this song. You haven't heard it before.
I'm not proud of it. This is some Feywild shit. I'm not on it yet.
Yeah. Playing it by ears coming out. Playing it by ears coming out rough. And you're dancing with trying to focus on copying the song. Your dancing suffers as well.
Yeah.
Next will be the satyr at the top is going to continue to play his flute. Zenlin, it is you.
Zenlin is going to, taking a page from Jolly, not move very much closer, but he is going to also try to dance and pretend that he was affected by whatever's going on here. And he's even going to throw an extra, like, dancing lights and combine it into a humanoid form so it looks like he's dancing with his dancing lights.
Sounds cool. Go ahead and give me a deception. Yeah, just give me a deception. I'll lower the DC a little for the added
Natural 20 plus 4.
dancing lights. Nat 20.
So
Beautiful.
the same
Yeah, you
level deception
You're yeah, you think you've got them locked down. You're moving precisely to the beat of the music, and you can almost feel the swell of the weave as that you're dancing almost to the music of the magic rather than the music itself. This satyr here who's dancing is going to take a small step down and reach out with one of the wine bottles that she has at her side and press it into Jolly's chest. Drink, be merry! It's a fine day. It's a fine day to celebrate. And we are going to move to Jillian.
Jillian's going to take a cue from Jolly and Zenlin and not move too close and try to do the dance moves. And yeah, she's going to do that and cast Emboldening Bond so that anybody that's within 30 feet of her will have an extra, I'm trying to read this, it's so small, D4 to add to their throws, their ability checks, saving throws.
All right, cool. Give me that deception check, and you can add that D4 there.
All right, and a
the
D4.
only person getting the benefit of your emboldening bond right now, other than yourself, is Zenlin. Because you're not within 30 feet of anyone else.
All right. And you 14? Said I should roll a D4 as well? Yeah, I got a 14.
Yeah. Go
okay.
Go ahead and add that D4 as well.
All right. Roll it for everybody. And I got one more, one louder.
All right. 15 was your DC. So you think that you're doing pretty good stepping along to the beat. You know, you're not a trained dancer by any means, but you're on beat. You've got the movements right. And as everyone starts to dance, this satyr at the bottom stops playing their flute and speaks up. Today, for this wonderful celebration of the forest's bounty, tonight we drink, we dance, we eat, and we find merriment. Let the party begin. And he begins to dance around the inside of the circle. Stopping just in front of you, Zenlin. Or not Zenlin. Reznor.
All right. So we have to make an action for the save.
We go back to the top. Yeah, you have to make an action for the saving throw. And it'll be your turn now.
Wisdom. That's an at 20. For
All
22.
right, you pass the save. You are no longer compelled to dance. If you would like to continue to dance to hide that you've broken a compulsion, I will give you advantage on the deception since you've already been forced to.
So, does Reznor realize he was charmed?
I think Reznor realizes that the magic was that some sort of magic was what was forcing him to dance. Like, he knows he didn't just break into dance of his own free will.
So once Reznor breaks it, he is gonna stop dancing immediately. And I don't have any actions, and I'm not gonna actually rage, but anyone who's looking at him can tell he is not happy right now.
All right. Anything else with your turn? Do you want to use any of your movement now that you've got it back?
No, Reznor's basically going to stop and like look down at the ground, and you can tell he's getting more and more angry, and that'll just be his turn.
He's sort of working himself up.
He is not happy that his mind was played with there.
All right. As you stop, you see, we're going to go back to the top of the round, and this satyr at the far left sees you stop. Darling, the party's not over. Why have you stopped dancing?
Reznor is going to give him them the hardest death glare. And he's not going to say a word to him, though.
Not in a party mood. Shame. And the turn's going to go to Coca-Cola.
All right, let's see if we're continuing to do the futter whacking or if we're getting out of this shit. That is the third 7 I have rolled in a fucking row. I cannot cope.
Gotta
Jesus.
go to lunch.
Giant. Here I am, still dancing, 60 feet of freaking dancing movement because D&D Beyond is being a prick.
All right. Jolly?
Coca-Cola, the dance looks amazing. Keep doing it. I want you to just focus in on those moves. Get those feet moving. Feel it. I see you. I see you. You got this. Get that dance. Get it. Get it. You got this. That's a bardic inspiration for Coca-Cola. And I'm going to take a quick sip of the wine, and I'm going to attempt the dance again, and try to syncopate this rhythm with the pan flute.
Okay, do that performance check and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. It's a 15 on the old Constitution saving throw. 11 on the performance.
You're not doing great on the performances here, but you are able to take a sip of this wine, and it goes down strong. But you're able to take it like a champ. Shake your head, and you can almost feel the effects of the alcohol straight away before you shake it off quick.
Yeah, I typically drink milk. Okay, that's it. I'm good.
All right.
I hand the bottle back, by the way.
You see the satyr who is still playing the flute. Okay. You hand the bottle back, she takes it, and you see the satyr who is still playing his flute begins to pick up the pace of the melody a bit. And Coca-Cola, you feel your feet up a little faster to the beat. Zenlin.
Can I tell? Zenlin's gonna do a levitate. Yeah, we're gonna spend a levitate. Let me double check it here because I believe that's a touch spell. Oh, it's 60 feet. Can I make Coca-Cola levitate?
Yeah, you can levitate.
That way her feet aren't on the ground. You can't really
Yeah,
keep dancing, at least for now.
You move Coca-Cola 20 feet straight up?
I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a full
Yeah,
20. She
Coca-Cola
can be
20 feet
5 or 10 feet up. Yeah, why don't we go like 5 feet just so her feet are just unable to actually touch the ground?
She's like way smaller than 5 feet too. So, I mean,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But other than that, Zen's not doing much. Continuing to dance with Dancing Light Blob.
Alrighty. Alrighty. You then see the satyr who previously handed you the wine bottle, Jelly, and who you just passed it back to, looks at you, and then looks across at Reznor. You have to join the party. Everyone must dance.
So he's not actually doing it, but
and she twists her hand. Oh, go ahead.
He's not actually doing it because it's my turn. But as they say something to Reznor again, anyone near him can see that he's beginning to shift.
Cool. She does twist her hand in your direction, and I am going to need an intelligence saving throw.
Oh. Intelligence. That's a 12.
All right. As she says, please, feel a spike of pain in your head. You take 2 psychic damage and are going to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw you make before their next turn, or before the end of their next turn.
Okay.
All right. Jillian.
Yes. All right. I don't know if this is. You know what? I'm gonna cast. Let's see. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame and fire it at the one that asked. What's your name? Starts with the R.
Razo?
Yes, the one that just asked Rasnor to drink. I'm gonna cast it at that one.
Okay. So that
I don't know if
is
this is a
Sacred
bad
Flame.
idea.
I believe that's a saving throw, correct?
Yes, it is a Dex 15.
All right. And what kind of save is that?
Dexterity.
All right. They failed to throw. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. I push the button and 8 damage. All right. And then for
8 damage.
Yeah,
As
8
this
damage.
burst of radiant light comes down,
All right, end of turn.
yeah, as this burst of radiant light comes down, this satyr doesn't jump out of the way and is burned by this light. Cries out, "Ah, that's not very fun at all." And the music stops. Coca-Cola, you are no longer dancing.
If I'm no longer dancing,
And it is now.
that's good. I'm happy about that. My little legs can only dance so much.
It is now the satyr directly in front of you's turn, Resmore. And you see him turn and look at Jillian. You shouldn't have done that. You should have just had the fun. And he pulls a sling from his side and whips a stone at Jillian. It flies wild, striking a tree behind you.
As a side note, Zenlin stops concentrating and Coca-Cola drops to the ground.
Yep, floats safely to the ground, correct?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Coca-Cola was only 3 to 5 feet off the ground to begin with.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, we are going to go to Resnor here. Or it is your turn.
Resnor's not happy. His mind has been messed with twice now. He's gonna fucking shift. And he is gonna
Go
look
ahead and
across at
shift.
Jolly, but he's
Your
gonna roar.
bonus action.
Yep. And he's gonna roar at the satyr closest to him. He's gonna try and intimidate it.
All right, cool. Give me that intimidation check.
That's a 22.
All right.
And he's gonna roar and say, "I am not a puppet."
Bestial roar. You let out this bestial roar and say, "I am not a puppet." And then he flinches back for a second and then sturdies himself and lowers his head so that his horns are pointing at you. Well, then you're the feast, I suppose.
He said, "I'm the
Turn is
feast."
going
Sorry.
to go. Oh, is that all for your turn? Yeah.
Oh, he
Is
said,
that all
"I'm
for
the
your turn?
feast."
Yeah, he said you're the feast.
He pointed his horns at me. Rezna's gonna try and get him in a headlock.
All right, cool. Go ahead and give me that athletics check. Try to grapple him.
That's a 25.
Yeah, you've got him grabbed.
And that's my action, my bonus action. So, can I use my movement to take us to the ground?
You've got him grabbed.
Okay.
He is not to the ground yet.
Okay.
You can make an attack or another grapple check to try to pin him with your extra attack.
Oh yeah, I'll do that then. Oh, what am I doing? Was that another athletics check? I'm sorry, I just rolled. Or would that
Yeah,
be
if you're trying to pin him to the ground, it's another athletics check.
All right, that was a 17 then.
You do not pin him as he stands sturdy, able to force him to the ground.
All right, that's Resnor's turn.
All right. Top of the order, we're going to go to this satyr here, who is, upon seeing you grab her compatriot, going to lower her horns and charge at you. And she attempts to ram you. Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
All right. Coca-Cola.
All right. Well, since I'm on the ground now, and I just need clarification if they said you're the beast or you're the feast, as in our bountiful harvest is your organs
Feast.
and we're going to eat you.
As
Okay.
in-
Yeah. No, please don't eat me. I'm not edible. I mean, in some cultures I probably am, but in mine I'm not. So let's not do that. We should just go and you should just keep your party on. If you wanted us to dance, all you had to do was ask. We're party people. Last night we were at Burning Bear. Tonight we could have been here at Fan Flutaroo. It would have worked out really well. Our friend Jolly, he's musically inclined. He would have joined and we could have had a great time. So we're just going to go and dip out and, that's it. That's all we want. You just put your little horns away. No need for any of this nonsense. Consent is king, all you had to do was ask and we would have been your friends, but you kind of broke that trust with us there. So we're just going to get out of here. I will ready in action if I need to, but I do not want to physically engage unless they decline our advances to get out.
Cool. Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage because remember.
All right. Well, I got a 10.
You see the one who just stopped playing the flute looks at you and speaks. You're welcome to stay for the party, but your friend here has given up their place.
No, we don't want to stay. We just want to go and leave. I mean, he's right to be mad. You were playing games with his mind. Oh, all right. Well,
It's not like you. It's not like you. It's not like you prime beings use your minds all that much. Not for the important things.
I'm real sorry, Jolly Friend, but they can't have Reznor. He's not gonna be anybody's rug. So, all right. So, is that check my action or is it free action and I can do things?
The persuasion was a free action.
Okay, so the one who said no, that they're keeping my friend, which one is that?
Top.
This one right here? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Wow, what are these dice? Wow, what are these dice? I do
You need to
not.
change the dice. Those need to go.
I'm gonna have to. Dang, I do probably nothing because those are terrible. I got a 10 and a 12.
Yeah, you pull your swords and slash at this guy, and he honestly still looks like he's dancing. He just dances around your blades.
Well, that's great. Keep dancing. It's not going to stay dancing for very long. I'm changing these dice. That's all I got because I'm annoyed right now.
All right, next will be Jolly.
No.
Okay, so I look at the satyr close to me. I've got a bottle of wine in my hand. I make clear contact.
You do not. You handed it.
What's that?
You don't have the bottle of wine. You handed it back.
Oh, I thought they handed it back to me after on their turn.
You said you took a sip. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't hand it back to you on her turn. She cast a spell
Okay.
on the Reznor, and that's the only thing she did. But anyway, continue.
Okay. I am so Reznor is on the ground, grappling. Coca-Cola has attempted,
Reznor
but
is
not
on the
succeeded.
ground. Reznor attempted. Correct.
And which one did Jillian hurt?
The one right next to you.
This one? Right next to me is the one that's hurt.
Yep.
Okay. 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 All right. I am going to get close, like we're at a party, and I'm gonna whisper something at the party that is like a secret just between us about how amazing this party is, and I'm going to just weave in a little melody into there, and there's going to be a couple of missed notes in there, and it's going to scratch a little bit, and I'd like them to make a save. It'll be a wisdom 14 save.
All right. DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, and this is against the spell.
Yes.
All right, they do save.
Okay. All right. And I lean back and I'm like, right? Am I right or am I right? Then I go back to dancing.
All right. As you say, am I right or am I right? She looks at you and says, well, you're certainly not correct, so you must be right. Let me show you how right you are. And then turn is going to pass to the satyr at the top, who Hooli just tried to quit. Who draws a pair of short swords of their own. Here, let me teach you the steps. And is going to slash out at you. And misses their first swing, but catches you on the second. For 5 piercing damage. After that, they are going to move to here and end their turn, bringing us to Zenlin.
So first and foremost, I don't know how to remove the AoE thing that I accidentally made. But Zenlin,
I got you.
I think there's too many people. Zenlin's gonna just magic missile the 3 that are on Reznor, or near Reznor anyways.
Okay,
And they
cool.
each take 5 damage. I'm having good magic missile rolls this campaign. So yeah, Zenlin just holds out his hand and the dancing lights kind of transform into physicals that shoot out into them.
All right. You send these into the satyrs surrounding your friend, and each of them strikes true, dealing honestly as you hear grunts of pain from each of the satyrs. The turn is then going to pass to this satyr down here by Jolly, who turns to you, Jolly, and now tell me, do you think I'm right when I say that the only thing you need to be doing is standing still and waiting for your friends to be done? As she casts suggestion on you. Go ahead and give me your wisdom save, Jolly.
Fair enough.
All right. You are going to
Standing
you
still.
are going to have to stand still for the next round. Moves away from you. You can take an attack of opportunity with your reaction. You've still got action, bonus action, and reaction and all of that. She's basically just locked down your movement for a turn or two. If you don't want to use your reaction, the turn will go to Jillian.
All right. Jillian's going to move forward 25 feet. Oopsie. Come on. I think this is actually 25 feet right here. All right. And she's going to use her.
It is.
I think that's 25 feet. So then her action will be to use her mace, and she's going to attack that one right next to her. 21 to hit.
Okay.
For
That is a hit. You're going to give me some damage.
6 damage. And then her bonus action, she's going to get her spiritual weapon out. Her little bunny is going to come out, and 19 to hit for 10 damage. And then just
Alrighty.
a reminder
So
that she,
16
and then just a reminder that she has her emboldening bond is up, so anybody that's within 30 feet of her can roll an extra d4 for attacks or checks, ability checks, and saving throws. All right, and end of turn.
So right now that is everybody except Jolly. All right. Dealing a massive chunk of damage to that satyr right in front of you. You see that your mace comes down on her head, and then your rabbit springs out of nothingness and just scratches across her face. She is still standing, but she is heavily injured. We just wanted to have some fun with you, and this is how you treat us. Turn is going to go to the satyr who's currently moving. Just to show you which one it was. They are going to stay there, though, because they are grappled by Reznor. And instead of trying to escape, they're just going to swing directly at you, Reznor. Well, not swing, but they're going to try to hit you with their horns. For a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 4 damage, bludgeoning.
Gotcha.
Your turn will then pass to you.
Okay. I have this dude grappled. So I'm gonna go ahead And I'm gonna rage with my bonus action. Very angry boy now. Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. All right. So since I've got him in a headlock, I'm gonna make 2 unarmed attacks on him.
Cool.
So 25, and that is a 9.
That's a hit.
I get a D4 to attack rolls. You said
9's
Yes.
gonna be a miss.
That's a 10. Okay. So 25 and a 10.
Yeah, 25 will hit, 10 will miss.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me damage for 1 unarmed strike.
Don't forget you have your D4 from Emboldening Bond. You can add Reznor.
That's what I just did. I got a.
He did.
So the Tavern Brawler strike would be a plus, or would be 8. No.
Did you add your rage damage to that?
That's what I was just about to ask if it was considered a strength. So that would be a 10 then.
You use strength for it. All right. All right. So that is 10 on the one you have grappled. And he is now bloodied as well.
And that'll be Reznor's turn.
All right, and we are going to go ahead and break there for the night. It is 40 minutes past our usual ending time. Hope none of our viewers are too mad at us for pausing mid-combat, but hey, that just means we get to come back to it right away next week, right, gang?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Exactly that.
All
Roast goat for dinner next
at the top of our order. Well, it has been wonderful playing with everybody this week. Thanks to our viewers for being here. Let's go around and give our goodbyes, our introductions of ourselves. Let's see if there's anything that they would, if there's anything anyone wants to share. Let's go ahead and start with Jolly.
Nope, I'm good. Fun stuff. Satyrs.
All right.
I'm not sated.
Satyrs, I'm not
All
stated.
right, Jillian.
Yeah, Satyrs, not fun. Not fun at all. Just kidding. But yeah, it's been fun. Thank you for DMing tonight.
They're not quite as amusing as they seemed in Disney's Hercules.
All right.
All right, Reznor.
Oh, it was fun. Reznor is gonna definitely be taking down some goats next time.
Zenlin, you got anything you want to share? Anything you want to promote?
I promote Fireball.
Everything can be solved with Fireball.
I mean, if only these guys didn't just keep running up into the mix of melee, so you could drop fireballs on these conveniently grouped up enemies.
It's okay if they get a bit stronger. I can throw it on top of them anyway.
Yeah.
Hula, you want me to go next, or you want to go last, or do you want to go next?
I'll go at the end.
All right. My name's Chipper. To steal a little bit from Hooli here, I play games, run games, don't produce games. And I'm here at Heroes and Hooligans twice a week, if we count Grim Hollow as once a week still.
I told you, Alabama Wi-Fi's run out of a trash can behind a Piggly Wiggly.
Hey, at least it's not run out of a Buc-ee's.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. I don't have my cams on because I'm having latency issues, but I'm
last
Hooli
but
from
certainly not least, Coca-Cola, you want to take us away?
Yep. Everybody knows me. I'm Hooli. I play games, run games, and produce games here, and I am the production coordinator at Queens Court Games. You can find me all over the interwebs at usually Hooli something or Heroes and Hooligans. We're going to run a raid out over to our friends at DMDM Studios and call it a night. Thanks for hanging out and all that fun, fancy stuff. We'll see everybody hopefully Monday. Hopefully.